Bye! That snake was not that desperate to fight us. Probably wise, to be honest. It's time to stand around for a bit. Stand around until I'm not green anymore. What's your progress towards the next level, Aspect Lad? I mean, I lost a bit of it between, with all that crap, but yeah, it's still quite close. I think I'm about up to the point where I was when I botched everything. Heal. Heal faster. Do it. Do it. I thought I heard it going when you were playing before. Maybe that was a level up, says Specklad in chat. Well, yeah, I'm about where I was the last time I actually checked. It could very well be that I did, in fact, level up. But I didn't deal with it yet. And didn't notice it. Am I just expected to, like, search this giant empty map? That seems faintly extremely lame. Did it... What, did it drop me off in the wrong place? Why am I nowhere? I entirely forgot this existed, says Dog the Fox in chat. It's, I mean, if you even knew that it existed, then that's, one up on me before I played the first one. Hello. Are you playing as Fionade? Says Dog the Fox in chat. What's going on? Is this a recognizable character from actual EverQuest? Because this is just the wizard character from this game. I guess I can't bring up any kind of like character portrait. The wizard character, we've established that magic is stored in the boobs. That's the important part. She's the mascot of EverQuest 1, yeah. I mean, no great surprise that they brought over their misogyny from the desktop game into the Pocket PC game. I mean, you know, they know their target audience. Magic is stored in the boobs. That's an established fact. Oh, this is Liam the Guard. We're just killing, like, this is the important guy. Okay. I thought he would be more of a threat. I mean, I'm quite hurt, but I sort of came into this quite hurt, and now he's going to be dead. Guard Liam fought like a man possessed. His many years of training in the Ramos Guards makes him one of the toughest opponents you have ever faced. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think I've fought giant fighters that were harder, but you were victorious in the end after seconds of battling. On his corpse, you find a note that reads, "You fool! That furry has betrayed you. Escape while you still can. Your incompetence can still ruin everything. But I am taking measures to repair the damage to our plans. Attempt to make contact with the Aviaks in the southern plains of Karana without alerting Sir Morgan to your presence in the area. Ensure the Aviaks realize the importance of their part in our plan. W." Okay, so I'm assuming this was a note to Liam, because Liam's name doesn't start with a W. W could be Wilhelm. Good thought, Specklad. I actually didn't connect that. Liam was a betrayer, but he was betrayed by the furry, and then he escaped, and meanwhile, W... I guess he wanted Liam to make contact with the Aviaks. So the Aviaks and the Aviaks on the plains of Karana are the Baddens, or at least were potentially Baddens. Captain Tranmal needs to hear of this note. Definitely, he will have more quest for me to quest. Let me just delete that body. And now let's stand here and recover. Don't move, or you will die. Okay. Well, oh, hello. Hello, new friend. Goodbye, new friend. Well, I guess I'll just go right back again. I don't know what the hell else I would be doing here. Did I get that level up? Asks Specklad. Oh yes, look at that. Now that suggests... Look at that, I have 2 levely points. I can upgrade Freeze 5. Freeze is doing, like, most of the crap here, so that seems not unreasonable. I feel like in the last game I was probably trying to keep these about equal, which was probably very stupid. Let's update Freeze 5. Now it's Freeze 6, and I can even update it to Freeze 7. Yeah, screw it. Why not? Let's focus on Freeze. We're going to be the Freezy. Well, we have Freeze powers. Next time I'll get the Fire Elemental to sort of match levels, but let's go crazy with Freeze. So what are the stats on it now? Asks Specklad. You know, for some reason, it didn't occur to me to check what I had just actually done. One of the stats is that it takes more magic, which isn't too surprising. Love that skeleton laugh, says Joshua in chat. All the sounds are sounds that are in this game. 23 to 27 damage times 5. That's pretty freaking good. That's like 125 damage right there. Let's go on a long walk back again. Nothing more exciting than that. Walks are good for the soul, says Joshua Jet. Welcome to Erudites Crossing. This is the kind of sign that, like, it is far too video game brained that, like, the sign for the docks on the other side said docks. The sign for the docks on this side say welcome. The assumption is you're traveling in that direction. The return trip seems a little more pleasant, and after several days, you pull into Genos. I feel like pull into is a little bit too car of a term for them to use for a ship. So, fun fact about this map, there are invincible cactuses on it because they forgot to pack in the cactus sprite, says Specklad in chat. Oh, invisible, not invincible. I was like, why would that make them invincible? It would not. You show the note to Captain Tranmal. There is much that needs to be done. I must ready the garrison in case of attack. The walls need to be reinforced and weapons made ready. You must help me get the warning out to the surrounding areas. The Rangers of Surefall Glade. Well, I had a reason to go to Surefall Glade, though I don't know what that is anyway. Need to be informed of the threat from Blackborough, and I need to request their assistance in scouting out the surrounding area. Also, our guard forces and the farmers in the plains of Karana need to be warned of the threat from the Splitpaw lair. Wait, Splitpaw is now like... I thought that was just this one furry's name, but now that's like the entire layer. I am thinking hard right now. So there's a quest that it doesn't want to put in my quest log because it's shit. That is also in this place in Erudites Crossing. The furry's name is Darkpaw, not Splitpaw, says Veclad in chat. It's just generic furry name number 642. That was merely the name I forced onto him, Joshua. Although that's definitely his true name. So, there's a random woman somewhere who is like, my husband went to Erudites Crossing, what an absolute piece of shit. And it won't put that on my quest log, but I do remember saying that. I don't remember where the hell she is. I mean, she's not going to be back here. You got to find the farm with the cow, says Specklad in chat. I know that it's in this area, because I stupidly didn't even find my way out of that area. I'm literally, I just want to find her to make sure that I didn't hallucinate her. I think I may have hallucinated her. I recognize the fact that y'all also remember seeing her. But just because it was a shared hallucination doesn't mean it wasn't a hallucination. I would just really rather talk to her before going off on some wild tangent, just in case I, like, misremembered and it wasn't Erude's Crossing that she said, or something. Found her. Okay, I'm going to finish that only because I know I would forget it if I don't, since it's not putting it in the quest log. So, off to Erude's Crossing I go. My pass lasts a year. Each time I go, it seems like it takes maybe 3 or 4 days. So, I can only go about 50 times. They'll definitely keep track of that. So your husband decided to go and hide out somewhere extremely dangerous, huh? Seems like he might not be the sharpest tack in the drawer, huh? You would think he would be in the more, like, townish area. It's just like a giant empty field. Why is this area a giant empty field? Well, time to just scour this giant empty field. I did technically already go to the far southeast, even though I didn't do that in this reality. I have no fear. Should I have no fear? No, I should definitely have fear. But I choose not to. It's time to choose to have some fear. I choose now to have some fear. I think it would have been much more worthwhile to put those levels into the fire elemental simply because the fire elemental lasts an eternity. He is immortal. I'm not eating candy on a stream, you are. I don't know why I thought he might be hanging around this one weird, like, wooden pillar. Maybe one of these skeletons is the, jerk. Maybe he, did not survive his time over here. We can hope and pray. Maybe he's in the lava area. Maybe he burned to death. It's just nothing. It's just, why make this area so big and then put nothing in it? I mean, I can almost see like a realism argument that, you know, in the real world, sometimes there are places that just aren't very interesting, but do you have to put them in the game? I think it's time to wait for actual mana healing. I'm still not eating candy on stream, and you still are. Is it just me, or is this spell fizzling far more often, which just makes it, like, worse? Why does my candy taste like vodka? My candy tastes like unfermented, undistilled rum. Why? Why give me a needle in a haystack hunt? It's like, what the hell was the point of this? And it's not even on the quest log. What if they just didn't finish this quest, and that's why it's not on the quest log? Like, what if he's not even here? What if there's no one to talk? What if he is one of the skeletons? Do it for map completion, suspect that in chat. I mean, it is an inevitability that even if he is here, he is in the very last place that I would look. Not just the last place that I will look, because that's obviously true, but the last place that I would look. And wait to stop being green. Wait to stop being green. Yeah, screw it. I'll just leave that lioness alone. Too busy being green right now. And now that I'm not green, now I wait to heal. I know how to do things efficiently. Because I'll stop being green in the same amount of time regardless. But I can only wait to heal once I'm not green anymore. I mean, these, like, rocky volcanic areas, they can't just be nothing. I mean, obviously they can. Hi. You see a man matching bloody... The game actually did just f*** it up. Yeah. This is a very silent game, Joshua. The game really did just fuck it up. I'm so upset by that. Okay, let me explain the F up the game made here. I talked to her. Immediately behind her, I saw a sign for Bloody Bill's butcher shop, and I sort of joked that, like, she had said her husband Bob, but the sign was for Bill, so, like, who's Bob and who's Bill? Is she, like, fooling around or something? But I was just assuming it was actually a different place, and it was not, it was, you know, I was just creating a connection. No. It just can't, his name is actually Billy Bob, says Joshua in chat. That is the best explanation. You see a man matching Bloody Bob's description eyeing the crater. As you approach, he speaks. You tell him your name and mention the letter Mealy gave you. Could not be less smooth. Smooth. You hand over a letter. And then you shove him into this incredibly flat crater, says Specklad. Also a good point. They could have just not drawn it like this. Letter. What happens if I talk to him now? Just exactly the same message. Cool. So, fantastic tiling work, of course. Fantastic tiling work here. Very good. 10 out of 10. I don't see a writing desk around here. I don't see a wax seal. Damn shame cell phones don't exist, says Joshua Chat. I mean, just because I'm playing this on a possibly cell phone capable device doesn't mean that Bloody Bill has a cell phone. Wonder what he would have said if you had talked to him before initiating the quest, asks Specklad in chat. Excellent point. The world may never know. Who are you and why are your boobs staring at me? They just do that, okay? They're, to use the technical terms, they're bazongas. Apparently, this is the protagonist's voice. This is her voice. I think it was, like, down here? You should have named your character Iksar. I don't get the jokes, Specklad. And besides, you name your character by writing it, so given that her name is just like illegible scrawl, it could be anything. Thank you for delivering the letter to Bob. I hope it convinces him to return. What? You have a letter for me from Bob? You hand over the letter that Bob gave you. This is wonderful. He's coming back to me. Oh, thank you so much. Here, take this ring. It was my father's, but I don't need it. It might just help you out in your adventures, though. She hands you a rather chilly golden ring. A chilly golden ring. A golden ring made of chili dogs. You have to pronounce the P and H separately. Isop here. Isop here. Isop here. Isop. Isophere. I still don't get it. Ring of Ice. Cold resistance, plus 15. Neato. I'm currently wearing a ring of lesser resistance, which is plus 5 to everything. That seems better, frankly. And a ring of the dog, which is constitution plus 10, which also seems better. Eyes up here. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it, Speclat. Right. So what was my actual quest? What was I supposed to be doing? Go to Surefall Glade. Warn the guard force in the plains of Karana. I don't know what these places are. I mean, I assume that neither of them are off in Crossing, so... Although, wait. There was some mention of Karana in Erud's Crossing, wasn't there? Speclat says, thank you for delivering the letter to my husband, Bob. Now could you deliver this letter to my other husband, Bill? that all seems to follow. What was the mention of Karana in that area? Was it a Karana lioness? I think it was a Karana lioness. Yeah. The lioness is where Karana lioness is. So Karana is probably over there. But this does say to the east, and that does not feel especially east. Furries in stocks. In the letter you recovered, tell the guy to go to that place to join the forces with some other guys. Asked Speclat in chat. Yes, that was the reference to Karana. Yes, okay. Yes, thank you. Oh, that's just another entrance to the catacombs. Huh. Oh, that's just yet another entrance to the catacombs. Okay. Okay. Now I'm in Khanos Hills. I need to censor this. I need to censor that. East. Always into the east. I'm gonna sort of kind of follow the path. East to Plains of Karana. Always into the east. So what were the Karana lionesses doing over there? A gnoll pup must kill every furry. They're migratory, says Speclat in chat. I mean, that's as good of an explanation as anything else. Good job defending. There was a gnoll right there. You say a warning from Captain Tradball? I fear that it is too late. I am Commander Weldon, commander of the Khanos Guards in the plains of... W is also a fantasy letter of Karana. I have no word from my guard post. I have had no word from my guard post in several days. There's a gnoll coming. You explain Captain Tranmal's concerns about the gnoll activity in Blackborough and Splitpaw. Concern about about furry activity in Furry Place. If it is as you say, then we have serious problems. Up to this point, only my guard posts and patrols have been attacked. The farmers and merchants have been left alone. I assumed the attacks were aimed at my guards as retribution for some perceived wrongdoing on our part. If the gnolls are planning a general offensive against Khanos, then all of the inhabitants of the area are in danger. We must warn them immediately. Are these the same guards from Baldur's Gate 3? Asks Joshua. It was the Steel Watchers in Baldur's Gate 3 who just gave zero shits. Take this warning to the Cleat Miller farm. Oh, Cleat Miller is... Okay, I thought it was trying to say someone who mills cleats. They are the first farm that you will encounter in the western plains of Karana on the road from Khanos. Ask them to spread the alarm. You wanna fight that gnoll, or no? You're just gonna sort of leave it. You're not that concerned about him, or I mean, I'm fighting him, but you're a very good guard. You're a great guard. Good job guarding. I'm proud of you. Am I not in attack range? Why am I not attacking? Is it able to kill the guard? Asked Joshua. I doubt it. Can guards die? Asked Joshua. I doubt it. Most important quality of a guard must have is stoicism. I mean, he's certainly stoic. You can't say he's not stoic. I mean, you could, and you'd be correct. I mean, that's a fair point, Goffin. His job is not to guard me. His job is to guard this bit of cement. Just gonna stand here and guard this with you for a moment. So even when I'm not under threat, my spells can just fizzle because I guess I'm just kind of bad at magic. Okay, off I go to the first farm I fee, Cletus Miller's farm, to the plains of Karana. Now, don't be confused. He said to go to the westernmost Karana, but that's east of here, which means I only go east to get to the westernmost point. To Hanos Hills. Those signs make sense. I hope that I encounter this first farm. Don't get confused. Great asp! You got a great asp. Die! I'm assuming this little side thing will go to the farm, because the farm would not have, like, a major road going straight to it. Wow, I'm just really bad at magic, huh? When did I forget how to do magic good? I could really use some do magic good right about now. And sit here and recover. I've gone way too far down this path. There is no way that this is correct. It would not send you this far afield. But, you know, sunken cost fallacy, here I go. Am I going the right way? I'm confident that I'm not, but look at all this cost I've already sunk into it. This is going to just lead to the edge of the map. The Shadow Wolf. This is a even match enemy. Feels like maybe not a perfectly even match. Oh, interesting. That's how the potion works. Please cease being alive before I cease being alive. Thank you. Let's stand here for a bit. Let's just stand here for a bit. How's that for an idea? Let's stand here for a bit. Okay, I need something that recovers like 200 HP, not 40 or whatever this does. Let's see. 100. That's the quarter flask. Yeah, okay. It's very telling that the game is giving me really light healing potions. I think that what's happening is it did actually level the enemies to me, but it didn't level the drops to me. And so I'm getting drops for like a level 1 character, even though I am playing as a level 15 character against level 15-ish enemies. So that road led nowhere. It's just one of those nowhere roads. I remember seeing, was this in, it was somewhere in the States, a billboard paid for by, you know, presumably a concerned citizen that said, "You just crossed name of governor or something's bridge to nowhere. Wasted taxpayer money or something." It's like, this is the worst conceivable place you could put that message, because I did just cross it. Like, I just used that bridge. If you think that bridge was a waste of money, don't tell the people who just used the bridge, you moron. So is there like an actual farm anywhere? Is there like, does any agriculture happen in Karana whatsoever? Aspericulture happens. Poison, poison everywhere, says Spongy in chat. You're damned right. Let's sit here and not die for a moment. Let's sit here and not be dead for just a skosh. I'm just gonna get a big ol' handful of candy, stick it on my desk, and just dive into it whenever I'm healing up. I mean, not candy. I'm not eating candy. What you just heard was a healing potion. That looks promising. That seems like farm kind of stuff. That no longer looks promising. That looks promising again. Hi. If only the Heros guards could clear these plains of all the bandits. I have seen no bandits. I have seen many gnolls, many wolves, many snakes, no bandits. Why, just last night a group of them stormed into my house. I barely got away. Luckily for me, I woke up in time to hear them coming. Wait, maybe you can help me on this. If you could kill their leader, the rest would surely leave. Could you get him for me? I would be very grateful. Okay, I am a murderer for hire, apparently. Let me guess. Yep, no quest. Gnolls? We aren't talking about gnolls here. My family's encountered roving bands of aviacs moving north and west from their homes in the southern plains of Corona. We have had almost no contact with gnolls, certainly nothing out of the ordinary. In fact, the gnolls seem to have withdrawn to their lairs. I assumed it was in response to the increased aviac activity. There is no love lost between Split Paw and aviac. You assure Cleet that Captain Tranmal's warning is accurate. Look, my family has poured their life's blood into these farms. There's a danger... By the way, he didn't mention any raiders. I guess maybe the aviacs are the raiders? I poured their life's blood in these farms. This is a dangerous area, but there have been millers here for hundreds of years. I can't speak for the entire family, but I would be surprised if any were willing to leave their farms. However, I know they would appreciate the warning. Please take this note from Commander Weldon to Hanina's farm also. Her farm is located on the same road further east. So I'm assuming over behind. Oh, probably the same road up there, but further east. Cluck. Cluck, cluck. Cluck. The spelling of cluck, C-L-U-K, distresses me for some reason. The further you got away from the starter city, the more normal the games became, says Joshua in chat. I have no idea what you mean by that. Cluck. Maybe it's Kluk. Okay, find some raiders. Kill them because I'm a murderer for hire. Actually, for nothing. She just asked me to do a murder, and I was like, well, I do love murder, so sure, I'll do that. I mean, I also didn't technically agree. I never said yes. I just sort of... She just asked me to do it, and it was just assumed. Well, I found a bandit who appears to be very undead. Like, extremely undead. Maybe it's just something with his armor that looks a little bit undeady. It's not murder when they're bandits, says Speclad in chat. Spoken like a true imperator. I'm really enjoying his This is nothing. What's with all these little, like, almost buildings? Why is this here? What is this supposed to represent? It doesn't have any doors. I mean, I shouldn't just continue to follow this road because I don't actually want to zone. To central plains of Corona. I'm going to do that anyway, just in case zoning and saving are in some way related, which I am just utterly, I have no idea at this point. It's just something. The Corona Shadow Wolf is quite troublesome, but part of what was so troublesome about it last time was that I didn't manage to get my ice move off, which was just bad luck. And this time, it's going to kill my elemental. What an absolute turd. You don't save in an MMO, says Spongy in chat. And that's what this is. Check if the Shadow Wolf has any weaknesses. Vulnerable to fire. Good thing I've got a fire elemental. Unfortunately, I don't have a flame move to go with my move. With my recovery, I'm probably fine. I feel like the Shadow Wolf just recovered, but, you know, whatever. Does seem like almost everything is weak to fire. Kind of makes sense. Please die before I die. Please die before I die. Thank you. Everything's great. No problems whatsoever. I guess it doesn't actually make sense to do that as quickly as possible. I should wait until I have more mana, because I still have to wait to continue recovering. Thoughts on the game so far, as Joshua in chat? Just profoundly forgettable. Is one of the more well-polished cash grabs, but it is a cash grab. Let's not kid ourselves. Like, the plot is nothing. The plot is just, you know... I mean, I haven't seen most of the plot, obviously, but it's very much like... Ask an AI to make you a fantasy plot. Gnolls are attacking, but it turns out they're in league with the Aviacs, and like it's just sort of there's an enemy, deal with enemy, rather than any deeper meaning so far. Again, it's not like I've actually played the entire game, so I don't know the entire plot, but certainly nothing has suggested a lot of depth so far. What a great Viper. One of my favorite Vipers. It vipes really well, says Specklad. It's, among all of the Vipers, it is one of the best at viping. I mean, it did vipe pretty well. Like, I was not feeling especially viped before fighting that Viper, and now I'm feeling extremely viped, so... It's a Viper. It viped me pretty good. I'm just looking for where the bandits are coming from. I'm just hoping to find the bandit lair. I'm trying to do the side quest simply because the side quest doesn't show up in your quest log, so if I don't do it now, I will forget about it. Do I really think that their lair is going to be along this wall? Probably not. Okay, instead of using that move, I accidentally resummoned my fire elemental. Great use of mana, 10 out of 10 work. Flawless victory. It's doing the thing again. The sound is going a bit weird. I think it's time to figure out exactly how much needs to be done when the sound is going weird. So I'm going to zone again, just in case, saving, blah, 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 blah. And then immediately get attacked by a Viper, and okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna stand right here. It'll be great. Everything's fine. And then I'm actually going to exit. And I'm the minimal thing I'm going to attempt is just a soft reset of the device. Oh yeah, wow, that is one complete save. Also, it seems like it started full healing me immediately, so that may be a cheaty way to get an actually faster full heal. The enemies in this area are fairly tough, which is a good thing, because it presumably means that this bar... Oh yeah, that bar is already, like, halfway. That's quite good, actually. I see a bandit. Oh. Well, faster if exiting the game is faster, says Spong in chat. It most certainly is! Though I doubt that's going to cure green or yellow, so it doesn't really... Like, that's the bigger weight, not the waiting to heal. The waiting to heal is a much smaller weight by comparison. So, like, if I go like this, and then like that, and then like that, then I am instantly fast. No, I'm not. No. I must have actually been close to instantly, or I must have been close to fast healing anyway. The bandit is recording a Wikipedia vowel pronunciation demonstration. What's the IPA symbol for? It needs some kind of a diacritic to mark that it's gravelly. Because you're not pronouncing the word correctly if you don't use a gravelly. Thank you, Specklad. Fairly certain that's not even the correct base letter, but thank you anyway. Maybe it is. Yeah, okay. I was thinking of but is Ash. Bandit King. Oh. This is many bandits whose tails got stuck together. This isn't your typical bandit. This is like a dozen bandits with their tails stuck together. That was a joke about rat kings! But even as a bandit king, he still goes, ah! It looks quite formidable. I mean, it's not formidable. Bandit king equals prince of thieves, says Speclat in chat. Hard to argue with that. If he kills my elemental, like, I think my elemental is doing all the actual damage here. So even though I'm technically kind of close, I am going to... how much does a full flask do? 200? I don't think I need that much. I need more than that, though. There we go. That ought to help. You take down the bandit leader. He seems quite dead. You poke him with a stick. Yup, dead. Perhaps you should return to Vrem for your reward. Did I learn Vrem's name, or did I just invent Vrem's name? I think I might have just invented Vrem's name. It's fine. Everything's great. So did I take down all the other bandits, or just the... Well, she did just tell me to take down the leader of the bandits, who was apparently, you know, styled as king, which seems a bit much for a bandit leader. Welcome back, Fire Elemental. At some point I'll update you, upgrade you, whatever. Yet another building I can't enter. Vroom. Her name was Vroom before the Great Vowel Shift, but it became Vrem. My impression of the Great Vowel Shift is, I don't know, the vowels just did weird shit. They just all kind of moved a bit. I don't know, just stuff happened. The vowels all shifted to the next vowel in the alphabet, says Speclat. That seems likely. You could imagine that happening as some kind of like that. So people often claim that like certain accents or such are ogre, are like essentially invented. They're just supposed to be to you know, like this is the accent used by rich people so that poor people can't understand them. Just rotating the vowels through the alphabet would be a, you know, this is just an accent for literate people so that illiterates can't understand them kind of thing. Please die before I die, Great Ogre. Looks kind of risky, but you might win. Let's go up there. Spot off tie Meti. The fact that you have to sit there and think about how to say everything just makes the cipher even better. Who are you? I didn't talk to you before, did I? Well, hello, you aren't a god, are you? I don't think so. Listen, I have hunted all of the elephants in this area, but I need more of their hides. Can you maybe not hunt them to extinction? The, guards asked me to maintain the ball ants of them in the Quranas. Fun fact, elephants don't have scrota. Difficult to maintain the ball ants of, elephants. You can help me by helping with the balance by killing a few South Qurana elephants. And as a bonus, bring me their hides. At least 3 should do. Great. I love destroying the natural ecosystem. I mean, what the hell else am I doing, to be honest?
Why, thank you for clearing that evil man out of my house. Now I can go get some much-needed rest. Here, take this for your troubles.
She hands you a full mana flask. Not bad, actually.
Wasn't doing me much good anyways.
Too bad you can't substitute them with the bear hide you have. I do seem to have a bear hide for no obvious reason. Well, an obvious reason. I brought it from the previous game. Warn Hernia Miller and family. So... he said just follow the same road further east, which I assume means the road up here that I came from. Although, wait. No, yeah, the road just bent this way. So, insofar, like, if this was an interstate, I would be on I-whatever east right now. This is east, in spite of clearly being southwest. Same road further east. On this same road further east. I mean, on this north-south road further east. I'm assuming that, you know, that direction is north and that direction is south. Is there a compass rose anywhere? No. Well, that's a compass rose, kinda. And that suggests that I was correct. North is that way. So east is indeed this way, as I assumed it would be. Okay, let's follow this road further east, find another miller. Yeah, I could map completion this area, but I don't want to. So is this going to be the farm, or is this going to be random bullshit? Well, I haven't gone down this particular side path. It's random bullshit. I'm wondering if I can get it to be distracted by the fire elemental. The answer appears to be an emphatic no. Yeah, it's not prone to distraction, but it is prone to dying from the freeze spell, so that's good enough for me. Go more slowly. I want you to walk more slowly. Can you move more slowly, please? I'm afraid you're going too fast for me. This game is too fast-paced. I'm gonna let myself heal up before zoning. Looking for more millers. That looks like a farm. Hey, do you mind if I just stomp on all your crops? Hope you don't, because that's what I'm doing. Well, so much for your harvest this year. Hernia Miller greets you warmly. It was very kind of you to bring this warning. We have no signs of null activities in our area. We have seen a few aviacs at a distance, but they did not threaten us in any way. We assumed they were just a hunting party. Like how people these days pay like $30 for walking sims and other shit when they could have gotten Everquest 2 for free. Well, you know, not legally. We will take appropriate measures to protect our families. Please take this note to my brother Tiny. His farm lies south of here, and he is much closer to the aviacs and split paw. If what you say is true, his family is in the greatest danger. Is this your constipation voice? I was attempting to use my hernia voice. Because her name is Hernia Miller. She mills hernia. Okay, I think that I'm gonna okay, we're near the end of the stream. Time for stupid experiments. My next stupid experiment is done incorrectly. I have done my next stupid experiment incorrectly. Let me try this again. My next stupid experiment is stay in the game here, because it was having sound issues. I think that it's going slow. It's doing weirdness. But save the emulator state and refresh the VirtualBox emulator and see if that's sufficient. Just a quick save state and back out again. I really doubt it, but hard to say whether anything happened there. She said to go to the next farm to the south, and I just pretty much went like, well, roads are for losers. Let's just straight up just go south. Maybe I'll see if there's a road leading south that might be a little bit safer. I say on a road leading north. Well, this doesn't feel like it's going to lead south, but maybe it'll split off. Welcome to Central Crossroads, the economic center of the plains of Karana. That's like, you put the word economic there to make it sound like it's important, when all you actually mean is like all economic activity happens elsewhere. But technically, if you like averaged it out and found the middle location, that would be here. Nothing happens here, but it is technically the center. Oh yeah, this is. I think that this is real, like, actual slowness that is not nothing.
Well, aren't we the stout one? Looks to me like you could use one of my specialties. You see, for years I've been the only person to combine the wonders of the Aviax and my special magic to create an item without equal, a magic bra. But to make it, I need you to collect the feathers of a very special one, the avian.
So we've got furries and avians, great.
Get me 5 of their feathers and I will make one for you. They dwell in South Karana, so hunt for them there. Beware, however, they are quite ornery and won't give them up easily. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the quest. Okay, I'm going to end the stream a little bit early. I don't want to get started on another actual quest. So I would rather just sort of stop at a reasonable stopping point, even if we're 2 minutes early.